What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today, as I'm sure you can tell by the title, we are doing another Reddit reaction, and today we're actually going to be venturing over to r/Battlefield2042, which is apparently the toxic version. To be honest, all of Reddit is fucking toxic to me, but apparently this one is a lot worse than just the regular Battlefield Reddit. So we're going to see what we find today. Hopefully there's some funny stuff. I hope it's not all just toxic, because that's not going to be funny, but I guess we'll find out. So we're going to go to top posts of the month, and let's get stuck into it. So I'm sure you guys will have seen this. There was a lot of rumors lately, mostly just from Tom Henderson. I haven't really heard this anywhere else, but he sort of talked about EA is reportedly looking into making, Battlefield 2042 free to play. When that is going to be, who knows, and whether that even happens, who knows. But he sort of talked about them being disappointed with the game, and free to play is a way that you can kind of get a lot more players into the game and try and, I guess, build up that reputation again. So I do think it's definitely a possibility. I don't think it'll be anytime soon, because I think the community would rip DICE to shreds if that happened. So I don't really see that happening anytime within the next 6 months, but I do think, and I actually said before launch, I wouldn't be mad if the game was free to play. I think now that they've launched it and it was at the full price tag, and then now they're considering making it free to play, that is a bit of an issue, because a lot of people paid money for it, and if you make it free 6 months later, that's it's not a very good look. But personally, I think free to play games are the way of the future. It seems like that's all the big games of the last 5 or so years, they've all been free to play with a good monetization system, and they seem to be the ones that are successful, and most people like them. So I do think that that's the way that games are going to go, and I'm not opposed to Battlefield doing that, but I think now it's a fine line of when they do it. Whether they even do it, who knows, because like I said, just because Tom Henderson said it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. But he's obviously been very accurate with pretty much every leak that he's done, so it's definitely something that I think is possible. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see, because I think if they do it anytime soon, the community is going to absolutely roast them. And as much as even though I bought the Ultimate Edition, I've actually bought 2 copies of the game to do the testing. If it goes free to play, I'm not going to have a cry about it. I've still played the game when it wasn't free, so I've got my money's worth. But I also do understand that a lot of people won't think of it that way, and that there's no right or wrong. So I think I think they've got to be very careful with how they go about it. I see this one all over the place, talking about the graphics of previous games compared to this game. I don't know what game you guys are playing, but 2042 looks fucking phenomenal to me. I don't know if it's maybe because a lot of people are still on previous gen, and it definitely does look worse on previous gen, don't get me wrong. I think, say, on previous gen compared to Battlefield 5 and even probably Battlefield 1, it does look about the same, if not probably worse, to be completely fair. But on next gen, and especially on PC, it definitely does not look worse. I don't know why people say that. It is one of the most confusing things to me. I guess, in this exact screenshot, to be fair, there's more detail here. It definitely does not look better. I don't know what people see that does not look better. I think that's Battlefield 3, isn't it? That's Metro. But yeah, he's picked a part of the map with heaps of detail against a fucking desert, so obviously it's going to look more detailed, but it definitely does not look better in my eyes. But apparently the entire community thinks so, I might be alone on that one. Now that's as much as I'm enjoying this game, this could not be more true. This is 100% true. At least in its current state. I think this has as much potential as those games, but definitely has, yeah. He's gone downhill a little bit since then. Hardline joining the party now that it's no longer considered the worst in the franchise. Shit, that's not bad. See, for me, Battlefield 5's, 2042 right now is probably the worst, but Battlefield 5 is probably worse to me than Hardline was. But the meme either way is that's not bad. Here's the difference between the first 1 minute 30 of each match of a match in 2042, and the first 1 minute 30 of a match in Battlefield 1. This is not edited in any way or scripted, just both raw gameplays put together. I can already tell what this is going to be. Let me scroll back to the start. And this is one, I've got a video on the way planned about this exact thing. I think he's talking about the tone of the game. Nothing is really happening in the 2042 gameplay. I didn't even know there was a pool there, to be honest.
They have secured
There's no music, there's no like atmosphere. So I do agree with this 100%. That's one of my biggest issues with 2042 is just the lack of like feeling in the game. Like it's just quiet. You can hear a chopper in the distance, and like nothing else is going on. And then I'm not watching a minute 30 of that, to be honest. I'm going to skip to the Battlefield 1 stuff. I can already tell there's going to be music, there's going to be shots in the distance. Yeah, the music's coming in, the rain, the footsteps in the mud. The horse, the music starts coming in. Everyone is gathered around.
We have taken objective Edward.
And the announcer. I got to say this right now. So many people hated on the announcer for this game because to be fair, it doesn't seem like a World War One like announcer. They're meant to be like in a brutal war. I love the announcer in Battlefield 1. The female voice, there's just a crazy war going on. Like look at this setting, and then there's just like this really pleasant female voice. It's really weird, but it works so well. That's one thing I've always loved. I don't know why, but I've always loved that about Battlefield 1. And then like everyone rolling in together. There's not so many vehicles and stuff. The music's going hectic. People are getting shot at. There's fire. Like this is one thing that 2042 is 100% missing. Like this is just so much more epic, and it doesn't really change the gameplay that much, but it just feels cool. I don't know. And like the German speaking, like Maria Falk's German, but does she even speak German in the game? This is just way cooler. So I 100% agree with that. That's one of my biggest issues with 2042 right now is just the lack of feeling about the game. That's even more than the gameplay elements. That's probably my biggest issue. So like I said, I got a video coming on that, on actually how I think they should go about fixing that in the next couple of weeks. I think it'll actually be up about a week after this one. So if you guys are interested in that, then be sure to keep your eyes peeled for that one. This one's interesting. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure most people probably saw this. This was 27 days ago, so it's nearly a month ago. Markus Leto, who is now I think he's like the story director behind Battlefield now. He was just brought on in December, I think. For those who don't know Markus Leto, he designed Master Chief in Halo, and he was a big part of essentially making Halo. And he is now, yeah, I forget the exact title, but he's setting up his own studio in Seattle, I think, and he's sort of working on like the story side of Battlefield in general, not just 2042, but like probably future games, and they've got that whole like Battlefield universe thing that they're working on. And anyway, there was a tweet here that says, I have a rough time figuring out why EA is transforming my beloved favorite franchise, what it is not. If you could maybe clarify for me. And Markus replied saying, I'm figuring that out myself, then planning to fix things. That's a pretty big thing to come out and say. This is December 31st, and I reckon it was like December 20th when they announced that he was on board. So 10 days into your job and you're kind of calling out EA a little bit and saying like, I'm trying to figure out what they've done, and I'm gonna try and fix it. That's a really good sign from him. Very excited to have him on board, as well as Vince Zampella. So that one was from a while ago, but yeah, I just thought that was worth mentioning anyway, because I know a lot of people probably didn't see that. This is a tweet from 3 months ago from Jim Heil, who works on Battlefield 2042. He says, hey, I really appreciate all the support from the community regarding the new 2042 dates. This was right after the announcement of the delay, I'm pretty sure. Feels good that you trust us and you should. It's a solid game. This isn't my first rodeo. It's not a project in trouble. It just needs a little longer on the spin cycle. Have faith, fam. Now that has not aged well. I'm not going to lie. That has not aged well. Saying it's not a project in trouble, I reckon it is, to be honest, but he does say it just needs a little longer on the spin cycle. I think that is the issue with this game. They launched it way too early. I think it has so much potential, and if they took another year to get this right, I think this would be a banger Battlefield game, and I think it will still get there if they keep working on it. But that right there needs a little longer on the spin cycle. That is so true, and he's talking about a month here, but I think it needs more than a month, so definitely hasn't aged all that well. But at the end of the day, yeah, I actually kind of agree with what he's saying, other than it's not a projecting trouble, because she's rough right now, boys. She's rough. There's no way I was turning back now. What is this? Oops. There we go. What the fuck? Where's he going? What the hell? And this dude's just gonna keep chasing him until he's out of bounds. What the fuck? I've never seen that before. Is he still going, or is he? Oh no, he's still going. The Sundancer's chasing him. What the hell? He's stopping. Get him. Oh, they can't because he's still... Oh, they got him. Yes. What the hell? That is the weirdest shit I've ever seen in this game. Never received art book or soundtrack. Anyone else? That's a good point. Yeah, what the fuck? Where's my fucking soundtrack? I got the Ultimate Edition. I got the Midnight Bundle. I got this stuff. I did not get an art book or a digital soundtrack. That's interesting. I completely forgot about that. Damn. Okay, well. That's, unless it comes with Season 1 or something. That's, yeah, that's fucking... That's a little bit, like, kind of false advertisement, I guess. So, unless I've just missed it or something, but... Interesting, nonetheless. But that is going to do it for another Reddit reaction, guys. This subreddit is definitely... It's not more toxic, but it's just more negative. I don't think anything I really saw today was toxic, to be honest, but it's definitely more on the negative side. There's not as many like funny videos and like people having fun. It's more just like wah, this game sucks. But it was good to check it out. I think for the next one I might go back to the regular Battlefield one, just because there's more memes and shit. That's kind of why I wanted to start this series. So either way, appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know what you thought of some of the different topics down in the comments. I know there's going to be plenty of divisive topics, no doubt, in this video, so let me know what you guys thought of that. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you all out there on the battlefield.